After I watched Rebel Moon Part 2,
Yep.
I realised that Mission Impossible Part 7 Dead Reckoning Part 1 is on streaming now. Just free on streaming, and so I watched that. Like, as a real palate cleanser, I watched that.
You watched a good movie.
I did watch a good movie. And again, this is the first time I've watched it since the cinema. And again, it's, I think our opinion of that one sort of holds true still. It's not the best of the Mission Impossible movies.
Pretty good, though.
But I think it was still pretty good.
Yeah.
Good, fun action set pieces that you remember.
What if AI was going to get Tom Cruise?
But it won't, though, because he's got the power of friendship.
And a parachute.
Yep.
And he's ready.
That's right.
I saw an interview with Rebecca Ferguson this week where she was asked about doing those movies and leaving the franchise and all of that. And she said they're really exciting to do and whatever, but it's a lot because they keep expanding and the characters expanding. You just sit around for months.
Right.
Waiting for your thing to happen, and you kind of don't know when it's going to happen.
Sure, okay.
And it's like this incredible adrenaline rush when you get to do the thing and whatever. But she's like, I've shot like 2 TV shows like in between.
Right, yes.
Like,
yeah. Absolutely.
So, you know.
Yeah. On Dune, all I have to do is like wear a veil and
someone goes,
and you go, oh, the prophecy.
That's right.
And then you leave. Cash your check.
I mean, look at Rebel Moon Part 2 compared to Dune Part 2.
Part 2, right?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's something we should have brought up in our review.
Yeah.
Now we haven't,
but it's too late. But guess what? Dune 2 Part 2 is better.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit better.
It's a little bit better in many ways. But it is an adaptation.
Yeah.
They're just using existing stuff.
I want original stuff, Mason.
But again, a lot of the Dune stuff is original because they've changed, stuff from the books. Allegedly.
No, not good enough. I want a completely fresh idea.
Rebel Moon Part 2?
Yes.
Nice.
Speaking of completely fresh ideas, we wanted to give a quick talk about Fallout.
Let's do a quick talk about.
On Amazon Prime.
That's right.
Which was woke, but then it came out and it did really well and people like it, so it's not woke anymore.
That's good.
Thank God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Terrific.
Now, you finished it? I also finished it.
Yeah.
What I would say is that Jonathan Nolan, who
Westworld?
he created this and he also
Documents.
created Westworld.
Yep.
Boy, he really loves a guy who exists in 2 time periods at once.
Oh my God.
That's his favorite thing in the world to do.
It is,
and
isn't
then
it?
to tie them together towards the end.
Do you think this is going to Westworld Season 2 in Season 2 of this?
By that you mean people really like the first season and none of the other seasons?
They're going to stagger the episodes, Nick. It's been confirmed. They're going to stagger them, I reckon. There's no way. I was so surprised that all the episodes dropped
Well,
at
we're
once.
talking about this now, but I also feel like we're too late to talk about it. Like this is people have
Everyone
watched
talked
it.
about it the
It's
day
done.
it came out.
It's everybody churned through it and just that talked about the finale and what have you in the first day, and we're late.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
it's good. It's a good
very
series.
good.
A lot of fun.
It's set in the gaming continuity, apparently, but apparently some of the timeline stuff doesn't hold up, and that's maybe the reason why it's not very good, actually. I don't give a shit at all.
Yeah.
I don't care if it completely wipes out all the existing continuity. Nothing matters.
There's something the complaint I heard was that some element of the
Vegas something.
Yeah, some element of the closing title sequences suggests that New Vegas, which is the setting of Fallout New Vegas, has been destroyed, so we can't see anything.
That
of
doesn't
that in
make.
the show.
I hate that. Then.
Yeah, but I mean, they can just.
I'm angry.
Yeah,
maybe there's a even newer Vegas.
There might be an even newer Vegas.
Newer
exactly
Vegas,
right.
yeah.
Look, I like the characters.
Yep. I like the big clunky suits.
Yep, absolutely.
I like that they seem, for the most part, practical. Like it's someone in stilts. Like when you see someone with like a big Thanos costume.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
It's like a normal sized person in an oversized suit and whatever.
Sure.
I like that. The ghoul is great, of course. The good face.
Could be goopier, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but he's dry. He's a dry ghoul. We talked about this.
Yeah, that's true, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Because a lot of the lore from this universe, like, I don't know. I know when, like, a gun or a wrist thing turns up, people are like, that's the thing.
Yeah, I guess
know
I
any of that.
assumed that this was a parallel universe that branched off in the 1950s, like that our universe was the same, but it's not.
It's not?
It doesn't seem that way, no. Because it's already, the flashback sequence is set in...
It's already the future.
It's already the future, yeah.
But their TVs are bad.
That's right.
For some reason, again.
Anyway, this is good analysis, I think.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Kyle MacLachlan's in this as well.
That's true.
It was a lot of fun. I think it also feels like there is a strange, like, surreal reality to it when you're in the bunker and some of the weaponry and the armor. It looks like too polished and too neat and nice. But then you'll also go into the real world and it's awful.
Yes.
So I think it really balances those things well. And the lead, who I cannot remember,
name's Ella Purnell.
Yeah, she's great. And just watching her character like evolve
She could have been a live-action Battle Angel Alita.
Sure.
She's got the giant eyes.
Giant battle angel eyes. Yeah. Aaron Clifton Moten is really good as Maximus as well. Just, I don't know. What else do you want to say, Mason?
It's nice to see Michael Rappaport get mauled by a bear.
Oh, yeah. That was good, wasn't it?
Bit of fun.
That's
a lot of interesting creature designs.
Yeah.
One, and
there's a gooey kind of axolotl.
Yeah, that's fun.
Giant kind of situation.
Yeah.
I like the mystery of it unfolding as well, and like how the vaults are connected and how this all kind of unfolded.
What I also liked is, even though it was only 8 episodes, there was enough time for what some people would probably call filler episodes, just sort of like side adventures. There's an episode where the two leads find themselves in another bunker where they're like, this actually would be a nice place to settle down, and it turns out everybody's in a weird cult.
Yeah.
But also
and it's what's his name, and he's got one eye.
Yeah.
What's his name?
That is Chris Parnell, I think.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And he's in Archer, isn't he?
He is, he sure is.
Yeah. I enjoyed all of that. But, it's sometimes like everything is a conspiracy, but sometimes it's not. Yeah. I think it's also it's gooey and gory when it needs to be and all of that.
Unlike some other movies / TV shows we could think of, Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver, where you see a guy, he gets beheaded, but you don't even see it.
It's not even gooey or gory.
Not even gooey or gory.
Yeah. Look, we probably should have done a full episode on this. We haven't. But that's Rebel Moon 2's fault.
That's right.
So you can direct all your correspondence to Netflix.
You can go onto Vero, Zack Snyder's social media site, and you can tell him don't actually do this.
No.
Don't actually go to him and say, I would have liked to hear the Weekly Planet talk about Fallout for an episode, but they had to watch Rebel Moon Part 2. That would be rude of you.
Yeah, that's
Even though it is true. But he doesn't need to hear the truth.
No.
He needs to hear people say that they loved his slow-mo.
Yeah.
And to do a third one, or a third and a fourth one.
Please, we would love that. If he shoots 2 movies back to back, he can then split those movies into an additional 2 movies.
That's exactly right.
Easy done.
The Ruder editions.
The Ruder editions. Yeah. All right. Shall we move it along?
Anything else?
No. Yeah. I mean, the irradiated bear's great. You mentioned like creatures and...
Yeah. Oh, I read a comic book. It's Roxxon Presents Thor.
Okay. It's what, does he work for them? What is that?
No, Roxxon. In the Marvel universe, the Roxxon Corporation is an evil, all-purpose evil corporation. They're polluters. They're the worst of everything.
Oh yeah.
And they're also their CEO is Dario Agger, who's the Minotaur. He's a mystical Minotaur.
Okay.
You remember that? When they were casting Thor: Love and Thunder, a lot of people suggested that Christian Bale might have been that character.
Yeah.
Because he's like a slick 80s businessman. He's also a Minotaur.
We talked about it, yeah.
But in this series, the bad guys have decided to get revenge on Thor by purchasing all the rights to the Thor comic books in the Marvel Universe, because there's... And they've built their own Thor, who's like a Roxxon puppet.
Is he a superhuman dude,
yes,
or is he a robot Thor like there has been prior?
No, he's a dude.
He's a dude?
He's a dude. But it's by Al Ewing, who did a series that I really like called The Ultimates.
Yeah.
Not that Ultimates, but another Ultimates. Not the current Ultimates and not the original Ultimates, but a
one in
mid-period
between.
Ultimates that nobody else besides me has read, apparently, but it was good. But I like his work. And it's a bit meta, and I love the fact that they've involved, because there's a real Marvel Comics in the Marvel Universe that make comics.
So if you've got a hidden identity in the Marvel Universe, like you're Spider-Man, and people don't know that Peter Parker, and there's a Spider-Man comic, is it just about
a guy? And I guess you never, in the comics, I guess you never see his real identity in the comic books, I guess. Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, I don't like it either.
It's rude.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, that's everything we've ever done.
That's exactly right.
But not everything.
No, now it's time for letters.
You've got to play that letters theme.
Got to play the letters theme.